During the 20th century, many Puerto Ricans began leaving the island in search of better opportunities. This movement, known as the first wave of migration, changed both Puerto Rico and the United States. Migrants faced challenges such as finding work, adjusting to a new culture, and dealing with discrimination. However, they also created new communities and shared their culture with others. The first wave of Puerto Rican migration during the mid-20th century to New York was caused by economic hardship and lack of jobs on the island, and it led to major cultural and social changes in both Puerto Rico and the United States.
My parents migrated because for a better life. They thought that they would make more money in the States and that they would have more opportunity and their children as well. My mom was pregnant of me when she migrated from Aguada and Rincon to New York City, to Alphabet City in Manhattan.
To begin with, many factors contributed to the first wave of migrants to the United States. For instance, push factors such as poverty, unemployment, and limited opportunities caused many Puerto Ricans to leave their homeland in search of a better life.
That mass migration, where a lot of Puerto Ricans came to the United States, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, looking for better jobs, better salaries, and many of them lived in Puerto Rican communities. Puerto Rican communities, either in Spanish Harlem or Williamsburg, the South Side, or in Newark, New Jersey.
Although industrialization efforts brought new factories, there was still not enough well-paying jobs for everyone. The decline of the sugar industry in the early 20th century worsened the island's economic conditions, pushing many to leave in search of stability. While these hardships forced many to leave Puerto Rico, the hope for a better future in the United States became a powerful attraction. Pull factors such as a better job opportunity and higher wages encouraged Puerto Ricans to migrate to the U.S. mainland. Drawn by the promise of work and a better future, thousands of Puerto Ricans migrated to the mainland hoping to escape hardship and build new lives despite the challenges awaited them. Additionally, it is important to realize that for many Puerto Ricans, New York City was marked by both struggle and strength. They arrived with hopes for a better life but often faced low-paying, unstable jobs and discrimination that made adaptation difficult. They often worked in industries like garment work, and although they were U.S. citizens, they were still treated like outsiders. Discrimination, racism, and cultural prejudice from native New Yorkers deepened their struggles, as did questions of identity and belonging while trying to balance being both Puerto Rican and American. Far from their families, many experienced isolation and homesickness, while the media and political figures unfairly labeled them as unskilled or uneducated. Moreover, limited English proficiency added to their struggles by making it difficult to communicate, find jobs, or access services. Nonetheless, through resilience and determination, Puerto Ricans found ways to survive, work, and build a life in a city that often failed to accept them. They reclaimed neighborhoods like Spanish Harlem, El Barrio, and Loizada, turning them into supportive spaces where they could belong and help one another. This adaptation was not just about survival, it was about building identity. As they blended Puerto Rican and American cultures, the term Nuyorican emerged to represent their unique immigrant experience. Through art, community, and cultural pride, they expressed both their hardships and their hopes, creating a lasting legacy in their new home.
We shouldn't even call it housing. We should have called it the rat holes that our people come to live and die in. We can't call this housing. We just call them dumps. Roaches live with you. They don't pay no rent, but you do. Your children eat lead poison paint. The roof fall on you. And most of the time, when you go to the bathroom, you better take an umbrella along with you because you're about to drop in the rain.
Another important key point to remember regarding the immigrant experience is that adaptation requires strength, resilience, and determination. As new citizens, not limited by immigration quotas, Puerto Ricans were often targeted as a source of cheap and unrestricted labor. U.S. companies and government agencies recruited thousands of Puerto Ricans for work, especially during wartime, drawing them into the nation's growing industries. Immigrants found jobs in factories, railroads, and construction, helping to drive America's rapid industrial growth. Over time, they organized unions and mutual aid societies to fight for fair wages and safer working conditions. Through hard work and persistence, immigrant groups also began to shape local politics and labor movements, just as Irish Americans once did in cities like Boston and New York, proving that immigrants played a vital role in building the nation's economy and future. Despite these hardships, many Puerto Ricans persevered, seeking opportunity and building new lives aimed. Furthermore, the cultural impact of Puerto Rican migration has been deep and lasting, enriching the artistic and social landscape of cities like New York. Puerto Ricans influenced the city's art, music, and literature, giving rise to spaces like the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, which celebrates their creativity and experiences. In addition, cultural neighborhoods such as El Barrio and Loizada became centers where traditions, music, and language thrived. An example can be seen in music where they played a major role in popularizing salsa. This genre blended Afro-Caribbean rhythms with jazz and became a defining sound of New York's Latin community. Nuyorican expanded a cultural contribution called salsa that expanded throughout the world and gained recognition as one of the best types of music to listen to. Though migrants left behind their island's distinct identity, they adapted to life on the U.S. mainland, transforming their cultural roots into something vibrant and new.
Well, when my mom would feel homesick or my dad, we were lucky because there was a panaderia owned by Puerto Ricans. There was bodegas, which are grocery stores, owned by Puerto Ricans. We would celebrate holidays that they celebrated in Puerto Rico, but we celebrated it in New York City. We just would call our families. There were no cell phones then. We would call our families, or we would write letters. And music. My mother's side of the family is very musical. So my uncles played the conga and the guitar and las maracas and las tamborinas. So there was always a lot of music. My mother made sure that her kids spoke Spanish at home and that they learned all the songs, the holiday songs and the phrases that Puerto Ricans say. So my mom and my dad made sure that we had an identity. Even though I was born and raised, because my brothers were born in Puerto Rico, but I was born and raised, the first one. They made sure that their kids did not lose touch with their Puerto Ricanness.
In conclusion, the first wave of Puerto Rican migration during the 20th century was a significant event that impacted many lives. It began because of the island's economic problems and the search for better job opportunities in the United States. Although migrants faced many struggles such as discrimination and cultural adjustments, they also helped shape new communities and brought Puerto Rican culture to new places. This migration not only transformed the lives of those who left, but also forged lasting connections between Puerto Rico and the United States.